Okay, in the Karen Reed trial, they were talking about this thing called the key cycles. The triggers that were recorded by the Lexus um, showed just the key cycle and what time of that key cycle the trigger happened. So this chart was displayed, I think, by Trooper Paul. And key cycle 1162 was the key cycle where John got hit. It also contained the angry K turn that Karen did. And then we see the next trigger is at 1164. And those triggers were putting the Lexus on the tow truck in Dighton. So everyone is screaming 1163, the key cycle 1163 is not shown because there was no trigger in that key cycle. But then everyone's screaming, wait a minute, there was a trip from One Meadow to Jen McCabe's house, and then a trip from Jen McCabe's to back to One Meadow, and then Bill Reed took the Lexus to Dighton. And why are there not more key cycles? What is a key cycle? It's simple. It's very simple. A key cycle is the key fob talking to the Lexus. And here is what I believe happened. 1162, Karen hit John in key cycle 1162. And then she put the car in the garage at One Meadow. And she took the keys upstairs. 4 o'clock, actually at 5:07, she leaves One Meadow. That begins key cycle 1163. And she put the key fob in the cup holder in her Lexus. And it stayed in the car for a long time. She drove to 34 Fairview. Then she drove to Jen McCabe's. And then they drove the car back to One Meadow, leaving the car and the key fob in the car. Okay? Later, her and Bill Reed come to pick up the Lexus. The key fob's still in the car, and Bill Reed drives the car to Dighton. He takes the key fob in the house. That ends key cycle 1163. Key cycle 1163 had a whole bunch of trips. And you can see the mileage. I calculated approximate miles. And at key cycle 1164, that's when the tow truck driver is trying to put the Lexus on the flatbed. And he's causing all kinds of triggers, pushing that gas pedal. And the mileage of the Lexus when the guy was trying to put the car on the tow truck was 12,665. And you can see these calculations I made, rough calculations using Google Maps. The mileage from the hit to Dighton is roughly 12,666. So it's very close. There's tenths of miles that are probably wrong in the trip that Karen took back and forth between One Meadow, Jen McCabe's house, and back to One Meadow. So the mileage is very close, and that is what a key cycle is. It's the key fob talking to the car. And if the key fob stays in the car, it's on the same key cycle. You can leave that key fob. Let's say you lived on a desert island. You just leave the key fob in the car. Your entire lifetime of that car is key cycle number 1. And it never changes. until you have to change the battery in your key fob. So that is what a key cycle is. It's the key fob connected to the car. Karen left her key fob in the Lexus for a long period of time, over and out.